Oprah Winfrey. In the 1990s, Oprah Winfrey was a cultural phenomenon, known for her groundbreaking talk show that addressed personal struggles and societal issues, often sharing heartfelt moments with guests and audiences alike. However, her life took a significant turn as she transitioned from television host to a multifaceted media mogul, launching the Oprah Winfrey Network and focusing on her philanthropic efforts, including the Oprah Winfrey Foundation. Today, she embodies a spirit of empowerment and resilience, often advocating for education and equality, while her public image reflects a blend of grace and authenticity that resonates with millions. Winfrey's evolution highlights not just personal success, but also a commitment to uplifting others in their journeys. Dwayne Johnson. Dwayne Johnson, once known primarily as The Rock, dominated the wrestling world and became a blockbuster action star, embodying an image of invincibility and charisma. However, the immense pressure of fame and the public's expectations pushed him toward a pivotal shift in his life. Transitioning from wrestling to acting, he embraced a more diverse range of roles, showcasing his versatility and vulnerability. Today, Johnson stands as a symbol of resilience and positivity, actively engaging in philanthropy and advocating for mental health awareness. This transformation reflects a profound evolution from the larger-than-life persona of his wrestling days to a relatable figure who emphasizes authenticity and connection in a demanding industry. Angelina Jolie. Angelina Jolie first captivated audiences as the enigmatic and daring star of films like Girl, Interrupted, which earned her an Academy Award and solidified her status as a Hollywood icon. However, her life took a significant turn as she became increasingly involved in humanitarian efforts, advocating for refugees and women's rights, which often overshadowed her acting career. Today, Jolie is recognized not only for her film work, but also for her commitment to activism and her role as a filmmaker, directing powerful narratives that reflect social issues. This transformation from a celebrated actress to a prominent advocate illustrates her evolution into a figure who uses her influence to affect change in the world. Jim Carrey. In the 1990s, Jim Carrey was the embodiment of comedic brilliance, known for his outrageous performances in films like Ace Ventura and The Mask, captivating audiences with his boundless energy and unique style. However, following a series of personal challenges, including struggles with mental health, he shifted his focus from high-octane comedy to more introspective roles and artistic pursuits, exploring painting and activism. Now, Carrey represents a more nuanced figure, using his platform to advocate for mental health awareness and self-expression, reflecting a profound transformation from the manic persona of his youth to a thoughtful voice in the conversation about wellness and authenticity. Sylvester Stallone. In the 1970s and 80s, Sylvester Stallone rose to fame as the iconic action star behind characters like Rocky Balboa and John Rambo, embodying the grit and determination of the American spirit. However, his career faced significant challenges in the late 1990s and early 2000s, marked by a series of box office flops and personal struggles that led to a public perception of decline. Today, Stallone has successfully reinvented himself, not just as an actor but also as a director and screenwriter, gaining renewed acclaim with projects like the Creed series, which honors his legacy while introducing new talent. His evolution reflects a resilience that resonates with fans old and new, showcasing a multifaceted career beyond the action hero stereotype. Tom Cruise. In the 1980s and 90s, Tom Cruise emerged as a Hollywood powerhouse, known for his roles in iconic films like Top Gun and Jerry Maguire, embodying the charisma and ambition of the era. However, as the years unfolded, his public persona faced scrutiny, particularly due to his outspoken advocacy for Scientology and controversial moments that polarized audiences. Today, while Cruise continues to star in high-octane blockbusters like the Mission: Impossible series, he also represents a complex figure in the industry, navigating the balance between his enduring star power and the evolving perceptions of celebrity culture. This transformation reflects a broader conversation about fame, influence, and the personal costs of public life. Leonardo DiCaprio. In the late 1990s, Leonardo DiCaprio was the poster boy of Hollywood romance, known for his roles in iconic films like Titanic and Romeo plus Juliet, where he captivated audiences with his youthful charm and good looks. However, as his career progressed, DiCaprio underwent a significant transformation, transitioning from a heartthrob to a respected actor and environmental activist. Today, he is recognized not only for his Oscar-winning performances in films such as The Revenant, but also for his unwavering commitment to climate change advocacy through the Leonardo DiCaprio Foundation. This evolution highlights a profound shift from a focus on fame to a dedication to impactful global issues, making him a compelling figure in both cinema and activism. Brad Pitt. In the late 1990s and early 2000s, Brad Pitt was the face of Hollywood glamour, often cast as the charming leading man in films like Fight Club and Ocean's 11. However, as the years progressed, he began to step away from that polished image, focusing instead on more complex roles and producing impactful films through his company, Plan B Entertainment. Now, Pitt is recognized not just for his acting prowess, but for his commitment to social issues, including sustainable architecture and humanitarian efforts. This transformation from a quintessential heartthrob to a multifaceted artist and activist illustrates a profound shift in his public persona, reflecting a deeper understanding of his influence beyond the silver screen. George Clooney. In the late 1990s, George Clooney was the charming, suave star of ER, captivating audiences with his effortless charisma and good looks. However, his public image underwent a significant transformation when he shifted his focus from acting to directing and producing, showcasing his multifaceted talents. Today, Clooney is not only recognized for his acclaimed films but also for his commitment to humanitarian efforts, particularly in advocating for social justice and refugee rights. This evolution reflects a man who has embraced a broader purpose beyond Hollywood, redefining success in a way that emphasizes impact over fame, and solidifying his status as a respected figure in both the entertainment industry and global activism. Harrison Ford. In recent years, Harrison Ford has shifted from the iconic roles of rugged heroes in blockbuster franchises like Star Wars and Indiana Jones to a more subdued public presence, focusing on environmental activism and personal passions. During the height of his fame in the late 20th century, Ford was celebrated as a leading man, embodying adventure and charisma. However, as the pressures of celebrity life intensified, he sought refuge in privacy and authenticity, stepping back from the relentless spotlight. Today, while he still engages in acting, Ford is increasingly recognized for his advocacy work, demonstrating a profound transformation from Hollywood icon to a dedicated environmentalist, shaping his legacy beyond the silver screen. Jennifer Aniston. In the 1990s, Jennifer Aniston became a household name as Rachel Green on the iconic sitcom Friends, captivating audiences with her charm and style. However, after the show concluded in 2004, Aniston faced a period of uncertainty, navigating a series of romantic comedies that struggled to recapture her earlier acclaim. This turning point led her to explore more diverse roles, resulting in critically acclaimed performances in projects like The Morning Show, which showcased her range and depth as an actress. Now, Aniston stands as a symbol of resilience in Hollywood, not only for her acting prowess but also for her advocacy in mental health and women's rights, reshaping her legacy in ways that transcend her early fame. Courteney Cox. What happens when a beloved sitcom star steps away from the spotlight? In the 1990s, Courteney Cox became a household name as Monica Geller on the iconic series Friends, embodying the spirit of a generation with her comedic timing and relatable struggles. However, in the years that followed, Cox made a significant shift, focusing on her health and personal well-being, while also exploring new creative avenues in producing and directing. Now, in 2026, she is celebrated not just for her past roles but for her commitment to wellness and authenticity, reminding us that transformation can be both a public and deeply personal endeavor. Lisa Kudrow. Lisa Kudrow rose to fame as the lovable and quirky Phoebe Buffay on the iconic television series Friends, captivating audiences with her unique humor and charm. However, her career took a significant turn when she faced public scrutiny over her departure from the show's cast after its original run, which led to misconceptions about her career trajectory. In the years following, Kudrow reinvented herself as a producer and director, notably with her acclaimed series Web Therapy and her involvement in various documentary projects. Today, she is recognized not just for her comedic talents, but also for her contributions to the industry, embodying a spirit of resilience and adaptability in a constantly evolving entertainment landscape. Julia Roberts. In the 1990s, Julia Roberts became a household name with her roles in iconic films like Pretty Woman and My Best Friend's Wedding, captivating audiences with her charm and talent. However, as the years progressed, she stepped back from the relentless pace of Hollywood, focusing on family life and personal well-being. This shift allowed her to embrace a more private existence while still contributing to the industry through selective projects, such as Ben is Back and Homecoming. Today, Roberts represents a blend of enduring star power and authenticity as she navigates her career with intention, embodying a sense of maturity that resonates with both longtime fans and new generations alike. Sandra Bullock. In the 1990s and early 2000s, Sandra Bullock was celebrated as the charming lead in romantic comedies like While You Were Sleeping and Miss Congeniality, embodying a relatable yet glamorous persona. However, following her Oscar win for The Blind Side, Bullock shifted her focus toward more meaningful projects, including producing films that amplify underrepresented voices. Today, she is not only recognized for her impressive versatility, but also for her commitment to philanthropy, particularly in disaster relief and advocacy for children. This transformation from a beloved Hollywood star to a thoughtful and impactful figure illustrates her evolution beyond the screen, revealing a deeper commitment to making a difference in the world. Nicole Kidman. At the height of her fame in the early 2000s, Nicole Kidman was celebrated as a glamorous leading lady, known for her roles in films like Moulin Rouge and The Hours, where she often portrayed complex, emotionally charged characters. However, her career took a significant turn as she began to embrace more diverse and unconventional roles, moving beyond the confines of Hollywood's expectations. Now, Kidman stands as a multifaceted artist, recognized not only for her impressive acting range, but also for her commitment to producing and advocating for women's stories in film. This evolution has redefined her public persona, showcasing her resilience and depth beyond the dazzling facade of her early career. Charlize Theron. In the early 2000s, Charlize Theron was celebrated for her stunning performances and glamorous presence, particularly known for her Oscar-winning role in Monster, which showcased her remarkable talent and willingness to transform physically for a role. However, her public image underwent a significant shift as she began to embrace roles that challenged traditional femininity, such as in Mad Max: Fury Road, where she portrayed a fierce warrior. Today, Theron stands as a powerful advocate for various social issues, including women's rights and LGBTQ+ representation, using her platform to drive change while maintaining a striking presence in Hollywood. This evolution reflects her commitment to authenticity and empowerment in an industry often defined by superficiality. Halle Berry. In 2026, Halle Berry stands as a symbol of resilience and transformation, having shifted from a glamorous Hollywood icon to an influential advocate for mental health and diversity. During her peak in the early 2000s, she captivated audiences with her roles in films like Monsters Ball, where she became the first African-American woman to win an Academy Award for Best Actress, embodying the pressures and expectations of fame. However, as she navigated the complexities of public scrutiny and personal challenges, Berry refocused her life on authenticity and empowerment. Today, she uses her platform to champion important social issues, illustrating a profound evolution from the spotlight's glare to a more grounded, purposeful existence. Reese Witherspoon. In the early 2000s, Reese Witherspoon became a household name with her iconic role as Elle Woods in Legally Blonde, a performance that showcased her charm and comedic talent. However, after a series of less impactful films and a brief hiatus from the spotlight, Witherspoon made a remarkable comeback by embracing production through her company, Hello Sunshine, focusing on stories that empower women. Today, she is not only recognized for her acting, but also as a prominent advocate for gender equality in Hollywood and a successful entrepreneur. This transformation underscores her evolution from a beloved actress to a multifaceted leader who reshapes narratives in the entertainment industry. Jennifer Garner. At the height of her fame, Jennifer Garner was celebrated for her role in the action-packed series Alias, where she showcased her talent as both a leading actress and an action star. However, as her career progressed, she chose to pivot towards a more grounded life, focusing on family, philanthropy, and personal wellness. Today, Garner is recognized not just for her film work but for her commitment to health and nutrition advocacy, as well as her efforts in supporting early childhood education. This evolution from glamorous star to relatable public figure reveals a quieter strength, reminding us that true transformation often lies in embracing the everyday moments that shape our lives. Sofia Vergara. Sofia Vergara rose to prominence as a comedic force on the hit television series Modern Family, where her portrayal of Gloria Pritchett made her a household name and earned her multiple award nominations. However, her path was not without challenges. Her public divorce from actor Joe Manganiello in 2023 drew significant media attention, prompting discussions about personal resilience and the complexities of fame. Today, Vergara has successfully transitioned into a prominent businesswoman and producer, with ventures in fashion and beauty, while remaining a beloved figure in Hollywood. Her evolution from a sitcom star to a multifaceted entrepreneur reflects a profound transformation, showcasing her ability to redefine herself amid public scrutiny. Salma Hayek. In the late 1990s, Salma Hayek emerged as a captivating force in Hollywood, known for her roles in films like Desperado and Frida, which showcased her talent and fierce independence. However, as the new millennium approached, she faced significant challenges, including navigating the complexities of being a Latina actress in a predominantly white industry. Today, Hayek has transformed her image, embracing a multifaceted career as a producer and philanthropist, advocating for women's rights and representation in film. While she continues to act, her focus has shifted to empowering others, illustrating a profound evolution from a celebrated star to a prominent voice for change in Hollywood and beyond. Penélope Cruz. In the early 2000s, Penélope Cruz was celebrated as a sultry star in films like Vanilla, Sky, and Blow, often cast in roles that highlighted her striking beauty. However, her career took a transformative turn as she sought to expand her artistic range and delve into projects with deeper narratives, such as her Oscar-winning performance in Vicky Cristina Barcelona. Now, Cruz stands as a multifaceted actress and producer, known not just for her talent but also for her advocacy on social issues, including women's rights and environmental sustainability. This evolution from a glamorous leading lady to a powerful voice in both cinema and activism marks a significant shift in how she is perceived today. Priyanka Chopra Jonas. Priyanka Chopra Jonas first captivated audiences as a Bollywood star, celebrated for her roles in films like Bajirao, Mastani, and Mary Kom, where she embodied powerful female characters. Her transition to Hollywood marked a significant shift as she took on the lead role in the hit series Quantico, showcasing her versatility and broadening her international appeal. Now, Chopra Jonas stands as a prominent advocate for diversity and women's rights, using her platform to champion various causes, including education and mental health. Beyond acting, she has successfully ventured into production and business, redefining her identity from a leading lady to a multifaceted influencer and philanthropist. Michelle Yeoh. In the late 1990s, Michelle Yeoh emerged as a formidable action star, captivating audiences with her roles in films like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, where her grace and martial arts prowess redefined female strength on screen. However, her public image underwent a significant transformation when she shifted focus from high-octane action to more diverse roles that showcased her dramatic range and depth, culminating in her Oscar-winning performance in Everything Everywhere All at Once. Today, Yeoh stands not only as a celebrated actress but also as a beacon of representation and empowerment, inspiring a new generation of artists and audiences alike to embrace their multifaceted identities and pursue their passions unapologetically. Jackie Chan. In 2026, Jackie Chan stands as a beloved figure in global cinema, known not just for his iconic martial arts and action comedy films, but also for his philanthropic efforts and dedication to youth education. Rewind to the height of his fame in the late 1990s, when he was celebrated primarily as a high-octane action star, captivating audiences with daring stunts and charismatic performances. The immense pressure of fame took its toll, prompting Chan to reevaluate his public persona and embrace a more multifaceted role in society. Now, beyond the silver screen, he channels his energy into advocacy and mentorship, redefining his legacy as a leader who inspires the next generation rather than merely an action hero. Jet Li. Jet Li first captured global attention in the late 1990s with his remarkable martial arts performances in films like Romeo Must Die and Hero, showcasing his extraordinary athleticism and charisma. However, following a series of personal challenges, including health issues and a brief retreat from the spotlight, he redefined his career. In recent years, Li has shifted focus towards philanthropy and humanitarian efforts, particularly in disaster relief and youth empowerment, stepping away from the action genre that once defined him. Today, he stands not just as a celebrated actor, but as an advocate for social change, illustrating a profound transformation from action star to impactful public figure. Donnie Yen. What happens when a martial arts icon steps back from the spotlight? Donnie Yen, once celebrated for his groundbreaking roles in films like Ip Man, captivated audiences with his intense action sequences and charismatic presence. However, as the years progressed, Yen shifted his focus toward personal wellness and family life, stepping away from the relentless demands of Hollywood. Now, in 2026, he embodies a quieter, yet equally impactful presence, advocating for health and balance while continuing to inspire through selective projects. This transformation reveals a man who has embraced the passage of time, finding strength not just in physical prowess, but in the richness of life beyond the screen. Samuel L. Jackson. In the 1990s, Samuel L. Jackson emerged as a commanding presence in Hollywood, known for his roles in films like Pulp Fiction and Die Hard with a Vengeance, which showcased his dynamic range and intense charisma. However, his rise to fame was overshadowed by a well-documented struggle with addiction, which he openly addressed in interviews, marking a significant turning point in his life. Today, Jackson stands as a symbol of resilience, having transformed his personal challenges into a platform for advocacy, particularly in the realms of education and social justice. His ongoing success in diverse roles, including recent appearances in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, highlights a career that has not only evolved, but also embraced a broader cultural impact. Morgan Freeman. Morgan Freeman first captured the public's imagination with his commanding presence and distinctive voice in films like Driving Miss Daisy and The Shawshank Redemption, becoming a symbol of wisdom and gravitas in Hollywood. However, in recent years, his career faced significant scrutiny due to allegations of inappropriate behavior, which prompted a re-evaluation of his public persona. Today, Freeman stands as a complex figure in the entertainment industry, navigating the challenges of his reputation while continuing to engage in activism, particularly around social justice and environmental issues. This evolution underscores not only the shifting landscape of celebrity culture, but also the ongoing conversation about accountability and transformation in public life. Denzel Washington. In the late 1990s, Denzel Washington emerged as a commanding presence in Hollywood, celebrated for his roles in films like Training Day and Malcolm X, which showcased his powerful performances and charisma. However, as his career progressed, Washington shifted his focus from simply acting to directing and producing, allowing him to shape narratives that resonated with social justice and personal empowerment. Now, he stands not only as an Oscar-winning actor, but also as an influential advocate for diversity and representation in film, mentoring the next generation of artists. This evolution from a leading man to a multifaceted creator highlights his commitment to using his platform for meaningful change, redefining what it means to be a star in today's landscape. Whoopi Goldberg. In the 1990s, Whoopi Goldberg was a household name, celebrated for her groundbreaking roles in films like Ghost and Sister Act, where her vibrant persona and sharp wit captivated audiences. However, as her career evolved, so did her public image. She transitioned from a leading actress to a prominent voice in social and political issues, leveraging her platform to advocate for marginalized communities. Now, Whoopi is known not only for her work in film, but also as a co-host on The View, where she engages in candid discussions about race, gender, and current events, embodying a more complex identity that reflects her commitment to activism and authenticity. Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy once dominated the comedy scene in the 1980s, known for his electrifying stand-up specials and iconic roles in films like Beverly Hills Cop and Coming to America. His brash humor and larger-than-life persona made him a household name. However, as the years passed, Murphy underwent a significant transformation, stepping back from the spotlight and embracing family life while exploring more diverse roles in film, including dramatic performances and voice work in animated features like Shrek. Today, he represents a blend of nostalgia and evolution, illustrating how a star can redefine their public image while still holding onto the essence of their original charm. Will Ferrell. In 2026, Will Ferrell stands as a multifaceted figure, known not just for his comedic genius, but also for his impactful ventures in philanthropy and business. Once a staple of Saturday Night Live and blockbuster comedies, Ferrell's peak fame was marked by his larger-than-life characters and relentless humor. However, as the pressures of fame mounted, he shifted his focus towards more meaningful pursuits, including founding the nonprofit organization Funny or Die, which blended humor with social commentary. Now, he balances his film career with activism, advocating for various causes while maintaining a more grounded public persona, reflecting a transformation that prioritizes authenticity over the relentless pursuit of celebrity. Adam Sandler. In the 1990s and early 2000s, Adam Sandler became a household name through iconic films like Happy Gilmore and Billy Madison, where his unique blend of humor and heart resonated with audiences. However, as the decade turned, his career faced challenges, leading to a noticeable dip in mainstream popularity. In recent years, Sandler has embraced a more diverse range of roles, including dramatic performances in films like Uncut Gems, showcasing his versatility as an actor. Today, he stands as a testament to resilience in Hollywood, balancing comedic roots with serious artistry, while also becoming a beloved figure for his philanthropic efforts and commitment to family, redefining his legacy in the industry. Jerry Seinfeld. What happens when a comedic icon shifts focus from the spotlight to personal fulfillment? At the height of his fame in the 1990s, Jerry Seinfeld was synonymous with his groundbreaking sitcom, a cultural touchstone that defined a generation of television comedy. However, as he transitioned away from the series, he embraced a different path, exploring stand-up in intimate venues and delving into the world of coffee with his web series, Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee. Now, Seinfeld represents a blend of nostalgia and reinvention, using his platform to reflect on life's simpler pleasures while remaining a significant voice in comedy. His evolution reminds us that growth can come from stepping back and redefining one's own narrative. Larry David. Larry David rose to prominence as the co-creator of the groundbreaking sitcom Seinfeld, where his sharp wit and neurotic humor defined a generation of television comedy. However, his career took an unexpected turn when he faced public scrutiny over his controversial remarks and actions, particularly during the 2016 election cycle, which alienated some fans and sparked widespread debate. Today, David continues to be a significant figure in comedy, known for his role in Curb Your Enthusiasm, which showcases his unapologetic approach to social norms. This evolution from a beloved sitcom writer to a provocateur reflects a complex relationship with fame, revealing the intricacies of his public persona and its impact on contemporary culture. Tom Hanks. In the 1990s, Tom Hanks was the embodiment of the everyman hero, winning hearts with iconic roles in films like Forrest Gump and Saving Private Ryan, which showcased his remarkable range and relatability. However, by the mid-2000s, a shift occurred as Hanks began to embrace more complex and varied projects, including producing and directing, while also becoming an outspoken advocate for numerous social issues. Today, he is seen not just as a beloved actor, but as a cultural touchstone, representing resilience and authenticity in an often chaotic industry. His evolution from a Hollywood star to a multifaceted influencer reflects a profound transformation that resonates with audiences old and new. Meryl Streep. In the 1980s and 90s, Meryl Streep was the epitome of cinematic excellence, known for her transformative roles in films like Sophie's Choice and The Devil Wears Prada, where she showcased her extraordinary range and depth. However, her life took a significant turn as she became increasingly vocal about social issues, embracing activism alongside her acting career. Today, Streep is not only celebrated for her performances but also for her commitment to gender equality and environmental causes, using her platform to advocate for change. This evolution from a revered actress to a powerful voice for social justice marks a profound shift, illustrating how one can redefine their influence beyond the screen. Robert De Niro. In the 1970s and 80s, Robert De Niro was synonymous with intense, gritty characters. From the menacing Travis Bickle in Taxi Driver to the iconic Vito Corleone in The Godfather Part 2, establishing him as one of Hollywood's most formidable actors. However, as the decades passed, De Niro shifted his focus not only to diverse roles, but also to a more personal life, embracing his role as a father and a businessman, notably with his restaurant ventures. Now, he stands as a multifaceted figure, balancing his acclaimed acting career with activism, particularly in environmental and social issues, illustrating a profound evolution from the hard-edged roles that once defined him. Al Pacino. In the 1970s, Al Pacino was the embodiment of intense charisma, captivating audiences with his unforgettable performances in films like The Godfather and Scarface. His raw talent and passionate portrayals made him a household name, but as the decades rolled on, his public persona underwent a significant transformation. In the years following his peak, Pacino shifted from leading man to a more introspective actor, often taking roles that reflected a deeper complexity and vulnerability. Now, in 2026, he stands as a revered figure in cinema, celebrated not just for his iconic roles, but also for his commitment to the craft, embodying a rich tapestry of artistic evolution that continues to inspire new generations. Jack Nicholson. In recent years, Jack Nicholson has stepped back from the public eye, a stark contrast to the vibrant, larger-than-life persona he embodied during his peak in the 1970s and 80s, when films like One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest and The Shining solidified his status as a Hollywood icon. Known for his charismatic performances and often unpredictable public appearances, Nicholson thrived on the energy of fame. However, as the pressures of celebrity life took their toll, he gradually retreated from acting, focusing instead on personal pursuits and family. Today, Nicholson represents a blend of nostalgia and introspection, reminding us of the complexities of fame and the choices that come with it. Anthony Hopkins. In the early 1990s, Anthony Hopkins became a household name with his chilling portrayal of Dr. Hannibal Lecter in The Silence of the Lambs, earning him an Academy Award and solidifying his status as a cinematic icon. However, following this peak, he faced a period of personal struggle, grappling with alcoholism and a sense of disconnection from his craft. Remarkably, Hopkins transformed his life through a renewed commitment to acting and personal well-being, leading to a celebrated resurgence in films like The Father, which won him another Oscar in 2021. Today, he stands not only as a testament to resilience, but also as a revered figure in the arts, inspiring many with his profound performances and candid reflections on life. Helen Mirren. What happens when a celebrated actress steps beyond the spotlight? In the early 2000s, Helen Mirren was widely recognized for her commanding performances, particularly in roles that showcased her talent in period dramas and crime thrillers, earning her accolades and a devoted following. However, as she embraced the passage of time, Mirren shifted her focus towards activism and advocating for women's rights, using her platform to address important social issues. Now, she represents not just a distinguished career, but also a voice of empowerment, inspiring many with her candid discussions about aging and authenticity. This transformation reveals a deeper connection to her audience, encouraging them to embrace their own evolution. Judi Dench. Judi Dench, celebrated for her powerful performances in classics like Shakespeare in Love and the James Bond series, was a dominant force in British theater and film during her peak. However, her career faced a significant challenge when she publicly addressed her deteriorating eyesight, which led to her stepping back from some roles and reevaluating her approach to acting. In recent years, Dench has embraced new mediums, including social media, where she shares her love for nature and her iconic work. Today, she is not only revered as a veteran actress, but also as a symbol of resilience, inspiring many with her ability to adapt and thrive amidst personal challenges. Jane Fonda. In the 1970s, Jane Fonda was a cultural icon, known for her roles in films like Clute and Coming Home, as well as her outspoken activism against the Vietnam War. Her image was that of a glamorous star, but the public persona shifted dramatically when she became a polarizing figure during her anti-war protests, which led to significant backlash. Today, Fonda is celebrated not only for her film career, but also for her ongoing commitment to social issues such as climate change and women's rights. Embracing her role as an activist in her later years, she has transformed her legacy into one of resilience and purpose, redefining what it means to age in the public eye. Lily Tomlin. Lily Tomlin, once celebrated for her vibrant characters on shows like Laugh-In, became a household name through her sharp wit and comedic brilliance. However, her career took a significant turn as she embraced activism, advocating for LGBTQ+ rights and environmental issues, which deepened her public persona beyond mere entertainment. Now, in her 80s, Tomlin continues to challenge conventions, starring in acclaimed projects like Grace and Frankie, while her impact resonates in both the entertainment industry and social justice movements. This evolution from a comedic icon to a respected voice for change illustrates how she has redefined her legacy, proving that a star's influence can extend far beyond the screen. Cher. In the 1970s, Cher was a dazzling pop icon, known for her striking fashion, powerful voice, and chart-topping hits like Believe, which solidified her status as a music and television sensation. However, as the decades passed, she underwent a significant transformation, shifting her focus from mainstream entertainment to activism and philanthropy, advocating for LGBTQ+ rights and social issues. Now, in 2026, Cher represents resilience and reinvention, using her platform to inspire others while continuing to perform and engage with fans. This evolution from a glamorous starlet to a passionate advocate highlights a deeper connection with her audience, redefining what it means to be a celebrity in today's world. Madonna. In the 1980s, Madonna stood as a provocative icon, known for her bold fashion choices and unapologetic sexuality, epitomized by her groundbreaking music videos and performances. Over the decades, her public persona underwent significant transformation, shifting from a pop provocateur to a more introspective artist and advocate for various social causes, including LGBTQ+ rights and women's empowerment. Today, Madonna is recognized not only for her musical achievements, but also for her resilience in the face of ageism and public scrutiny, continually redefining her image while challenging societal norms. This evolution reflects her ability to adapt and remain relevant, solidifying her status as a multifaceted artist in an ever-changing cultural landscape. Elton John. Elton John stands today as a beacon of resilience and reinvention, having shifted from the flamboyant rock star of the 1970s, known for his extravagant performances and chart-topping hits like Rocket Man, to a respected advocate for LGBTQ+ rights and HIV/AIDS awareness. During his peak, The pressures of fame and public scrutiny often led to a tumultuous personal life, marked by substance struggles. However, in recent years, he has embraced a more grounded existence, focusing on family and philanthropy through the Elton John AIDS Foundation. This transformation reflects a deeper understanding of his influence, as he now uses his platform to champion social change, demonstrating a profound evolution from celebrity excess to meaningful impact.